A traveler's advisory in central Oklahoma means roads could get dicey. Norman police search for an accused stalker and a push to make vaping illegal in Oklahoma schools. This is OU Nightly. Thanks for joining us for OU Nightly. I'm Storme Jones.
And I'm Tori King. We begin tonight with a winter weather advisory.
Trey Bell has the details on a chance for freezing drizzle in central Oklahoma. Trey?
Yeah, guys, a winter weather advisory is in effect from the National Weather Service. This is in effect until tomorrow evening at 6 p.m. for central Oklahoma out to the west, north towards the Kansas border. And this is due to that possibility of freezing rain. Temperatures are well below freezing. However, let's check out road temperatures. 42 degrees for road temperatures in Oklahoma City off to the northwest sides of the metro, 39 in Piedmont, as well as El Reno, 44 and more, 46 in Norman. So that's kind of our saving grace in this situation. However, this advisory is in effect specifically for bridges and overpasses, as well as elevated surfaces, because bridges allow air underneath them. They can cool faster and therefore they can freeze faster. And so that's the road conditions outside. But Jordan Overton joins us outside live to tell us about what it feels like. Jordan, what do you have?
Yeah, so it is chilly out here, and even though the temperature is sitting in just below freezing, the wind chill right now, 23 degrees. It's bitter cold out here. We can feel it. And in fact, we were just talking a minute ago, and it feels like it's getting colder. And it's not really getting colder. What's happening is our bodies, as we're out here longer, are gradually getting colder. And that's the reason why wind chills that are this low can be dangerous. The longer you're outside, the colder your body gets, and that's not good. And so again, these wind chills are in the 20s across most of the area. We're seeing 20s in Norman, even upper teens to our northwest. Now, does anybody remember where we were sitting at yesterday at this time? 61 degrees. 61 degrees yesterday at this time. Now we're 30 degrees colder here in Norman. So it's cold. All right. Reporting from the South Oval, Jordan Overton.
Yeah, guys, so it's chilly outside, 21 degree current wind chill, 19 current wind chill in Oklahoma City, a little bit warmer, off to the east. But frigid cold is here. Freezing rain is a possibility for tonight and tomorrow, and a cold start to March. I'll have more information on that in Maine weather. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Trey. Looking forward to that update. Tulsa police uncover a stash of assault-style weapons and pounds of illegal drugs. 29-year-old James Mitchell and 36-year-old Tanisa Williams face 7 counts, including aggravated drug trafficking, weapons charges, and possession of a firearm in the commission of a felony. Police confiscated 3 pounds of ecstasy, 2 pounds of meth, and 10 guns at a southeast Tulsa residence. Oklahoma Attorney General Mike Hunter announced the charges today. The investigation was funded by part of the AG's Safe Oklahoma grant.
Folks in the Norman area are on alert tonight, many of them on edge as Norman police continue their investigation into a stalking case. Alex Antonides joins us now with the details. Alex?
Yes, Storm. Norman police are asking for help to identify a male suspect believed to be involved in both a recent stalking and burglary incident. Police say on February 2nd at 1:30 a.m. Norman police were informed of this male attempting to look in bedroom windows of a residence at the 200 block of McCullough Street. Now the male suspect is seen on a neighbor's surveillance video here crouching down outside of the bedroom window after a female had just walked in to her apartment. Then only one night later, Norman police responded to a call at the 200 block of Eddington Street, and police say a woman at that residence told them a Hispanic male entered their house wearing blue latex gloves and carrying tan rope. Now, based on the video and descriptions provided, investigators believe that the same suspect was involved in both incidents. And police released this sketch of the suspect that they believe is involved with these disturbances. And according to the residents, he drove off in this maroon 2002-2005 Ford SUV. And now Norman police asked that anyone with information regarding the identity to call Crime Stoppers. Back to you, Storm.
The university is accepting bids for landscaping work at the Health Science Center. The request comes after 5 members of the landscaping department were laid off as part of the university-wide downsizing. The work would include weekly mowing and fertilization, among other things, duties that have been done by the 5 who were laid off. The university will be accepting bids through March 15th.
And President Donald Trump's emergency declaration could face some roadblocks as the House of Representatives votes on a resolution today. Claire Easley has more on the story in the News Center. Claire?
Yes, Storm. Today, the House is expected to approve a resolution that would overturn the president's emergency declaration.
To defend our democracy, the House will pass Congressman Castro's privilege resolution to terminate the emergency declaration.
If the House votes to approve the resolution, it would go to the Senate, where they would need 4 Republicans to join the Democrats in order for it to pass. Trump said he would veto the resolution if it makes it to his desk. And a few months ago, families were being separated at the border. And now the Department of Health and Human Services are receiving allegations of sexual abuse of those unaccompanied minors.
I am deeply concerned with documents that have been turned over by HHS that record a high number of sexual assaults. These documents detail an environment of systemic sexual assaults by staff on unaccompanied children.
More than 4,500 complaints were reported to the HHS, and an additional 1,300 complaints were reported to the Justice Department. A Pennsylvania woman and her teenage daughter are accused of killing 5 family members. Police say Shauna Decree and daughter Dominique killed their relatives, including 3 children, at their Morrisville apartment. The Bucks County District says investigators have not yet discovered a motive. Detectives believe that Shauna's sister participated in the killings and was then killed by Dominique. And guys, the Amtrak train stranded in deep snow in Oregon with nearly 200 people aboard has arrived in Eugene. The train was stuck for nearly 36 hours.
Thank you, Claire. The Oklahoma Medical Marijuana Authority is temporarily closing its customer service center to focus on the high volume of medical marijuana applications. The agency says applications soared from 1,200 per week in September to around 5,000 per week this month. Now, this afternoon, I talked to the head of the agency's call center. She tells me that 3 to 5 employees working the phones are now processing applications full time. The agency says the shift allows them to respond to 300 to 500 more applications daily. Oklahoma has issued more than 65,000 medical marijuana cards since voters approved medical marijuana last June.
And many schools have banned vaping on campus, but an Oklahoma lawmaker hopes to take it a step further.
And hear how campus vaping could soon be breaking the law.
Plus, an Oklahoma man is found guilty of plotting to bomb a downtown Oklahoma City building.
Details on the nearly 2-week-long jury trial next. Oklahoma education officials are gearing up to implement a new system to grade public schools. The new A through F grade cards will go online Thursday if the State Board of Education approves the new system. Among other things, the grades will assess school performance in statewide tests, graduation rates, and English proficiency. The previous grading system faced criticism for having flawed metrics. Governor Mary Fallin signed legislation creating this new system in 2017.
And most school campuses in Oklahoma ban vaping, but if a bill in the Oklahoma legislature, passes, vaping on campus could mean breaking the law.
Unite Lead's Ashley Eddy joins us live from Norman High School with details on that. Ashley.
If any student even uses one of these tiny jewels at a public or private school in Oklahoma, it soon could become illegal.
Amended the Tobacco Use Schools Act, adding a definition of vapor product, clarifying that vapor product shall mean non-combustible products that may or may not contain nicotine, that employ a mechanical heating element, battery electronic circuit, or other mechanism, regardless of shape or size. This meaning in educational facilities and school vehicles.
The bill passed the Senate earlier this month, and if the bill were to become law, then any parents or adults going to school-sanctioned events, the law would also apply to them. Reporting live at Norman High School, Ashley Eddy.
Thank you for following that legislation for us, Ashley. Governor Kevin Stitt announced 3 new appointments to Oklahoma's Pardon and Parole Board today. Taitum Wilson has details on the 3 new members. Taitum?
Kelly E. Doyle, Adam Luck, and Robert Gilliland will serve as the first-time members on the 5-person Pardon and Parole Board. Doyle is Deputy Executive Director of the Center for Employment Opportunities, which helps release inmates find jobs and housing. Luck is a former member of the Oklahoma State Board of Corrections and chaired the Department of Corrections Criminal Justice Reform Committee. Gilliland is a former lawyer and a former chair of the Oklahoma Worker Compensation Commission. The board will tackle Oklahoma's incarceration rate, which is the highest in the country. And a federal jury ruled 24-year-old Jerry Varnell guilty of trying to bomb the Bank First building in downtown Oklahoma City. Jurors convicted Varnell yesterday of attempting to use an explosive device and a weapon of mass destruction. Testimony in the case began on February 12th. Prosecutors called the FBI witnesses and used recordings to show how Varnell participated in an undercover plot to try to blow up an Oklahoma bank. Varnell pleaded not guilty, and the defense claimed he was entrapped. His parents testified Varnell has a history of schizophrenia. Varnell will be sentenced in about 90 days and could face life in prison. Representative Tom Cole says he supports President Donald Trump's emergency declaration on border security. Cole, a Republican, spoke on National Public Radio this morning, saying he does not think Trump is overstepping any boundaries and is within his constitutional authority. The U.S. House of Representatives, which is controlled by Democrats, is scheduled to vote today on a resolution revoking the emergency declaration. Cole represents Oklahoma's 4th District. Storme and Tori, back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Taitum. A Major League Baseball superstar is on the verge of signing a massive contract. Find out who he is and how big of a check he'll be chasing.
And it's a cold afternoon out there, but can we expect any winter precipitation? Meteorologist Trey has more.
Yeah, guys, we do have a chance of freezing drizzle tonight and tomorrow, but a short period of relief is on the way. I'll have information on that after the break. Hey guys, so we do have a chance of winter precipitation heading forward. This is future satellite and radar, so we do, here is current satellite on the display right now. Here's this evening at 6:30 p.m. We're going to progress this through the evening, and as we see, clouds will continue in central Oklahoma and showers do build in eastern Oklahoma, and as we're heading into the early morning hours tomorrow in central Oklahoma, that freezing drizzle will redevelop as that humidity begins to increase heading into the morning and afternoon. And then drizzle will continue throughout the remainder of the day, and this will slowly push off to the east. And as you notice, as we approach the late evening hours of Wednesday, at about the time when that winter weather advisory ends, we have freezing drizzle in eastern Oklahoma moving its way out. And so these are the regions of precipitation for this evening. Everyone in these zones will not see precipitation, but if you do, these are the types you will receive. So freezing drizzle is possible in the pink. In the green, drizzle is also possible in the remainder of Oklahoma. And then tomorrow, midday, that freezing rain area expands to the east and to the south as those regions go below freezing throughout the day tomorrow. And then evening planner tonight, temperatures will be decreasing throughout the day. And then we do have a chance of freezing drizzle as that chance increases heading towards midnight tonight. And then lows tonight, 31 in Norman, 31 in Oklahoma City, a little bit warmer to the southeast and then colder to the northwest, 24 in Woodward as we're waking up tomorrow morning. And then temperatures will not budge. This cold front is very strong, very powerful. 31 pretty much all day tomorrow in Norman. And again, southeastern Oklahoma stays warmer with the remainder of the state below freezing all day. And so 2-day forecast, again, 31 for a high, a chance of freezing drizzle. Bridges and overpasses will become slick, so definitely use caution if you're getting out on the roadways, if you must get out. A short warm up, 41 on Thursday, 55 on Friday, but then heading into next week, guys, the bottom falls out and we do have a chance for some winter precip, likely some snow, accumulating snowfall on Sunday. So it is still winter, guys. This is once again another reminder that we're not completely out of it yet.
Wow, high 23 on Sunday and snow back in the forecast.
Yes, for sure.
Wow.
All righty, thank you for tracking that precipitation we could be seeing tonight in the metro.
Yes, for sure. Be careful on the roadways.
Thanks, Trey. You're probably familiar with Sooner sports like football and basketball, but coming up, we've got a glimpse into club sports.
Kelsey Hovanetz is here to fill us in. Kelsey?
Yes, Storme and Tori, OU Knightley's hitting the ice on the other side of the break. Plus, the Sooner men's basketball team is struggling to stay on the right side of the tournament bubble. Sports is straight ahead. Welcome back to OU Nightly. I'm Kelsey Hovanetz, and it's time to get the ball rolling on sports. OU's baseball team is in action this afternoon against Arkansas Pine Bluff. Over at L. Mitchell Park, the Sooners lead by a score of 5-0 in the 6th inning. And did you know that OU actually has a hockey team? OU Nightly's James Myers took a trip to the Blazers Ice Center to give us a glimpse of one of the school's premier club sports.
Here at the Blazers Ice Center, home of the OU men's hockey team, one of the biggest points of emphasis this year has been physicality for the squad. And as you can see, they take it very seriously. The Sooners hockey team is on a roll compared to last season. 1 year ago, the team did not go to the playoffs, but this year, it's different. Right now, the team is under new coach Josh Berkey and is determined to play for the title. On the back end, goalie Phil Babb has been unbeatable between the pipes. He right now has an insane .927 save percentage. Meanwhile, on the offensive side, Josh Pusar and Scott Joy are creating plays all over the ice with 21 points apiece.
In front of the net, Lazarek, Laura, score!
And I'm joined now by Evan and Aaron from the team. Guys, what is the point of emphasis moving into the end of the year?
I think just playing a full 60 minutes, it's really big for us.
And winning a national championship at the end of it.
Well, the goal is the championship. From Blazers Ice Center in Oklahoma City, James Myers, OU Nightly.
Well, a championship might be the goal for OU hockey, but the Sooner men's basketball team is just trying to crack the NCAA tournament. They're in dire straits after last night's 78-61 loss at Iowa State. The OU offense went dormant in the second half as the Cyclones surged to victory. The Sooners can ill afford another loss when they return home to face West Virginia this Saturday. And from one hoop squad to the other, the story last night was a little different for the women's team as they took on the Oklahoma State Cowgirls. The underdog Sooners came out on top 75-66. They improved to 8-19 on the season as the conference tournament approaches. And out on the softball diamond, Oklahoma continues to dominate the Big 12, especially in the weekly awards category. Senior Sydney Romero took home Player of the Week honors after a strong performance at the Marionette Classic. Junior pitcher Giselle Juarez earned recognition as Conference Pitcher of the Week and NFCA National Player of the Week after posting 29 strikeouts over 3 appearances. And out on the links, the OU women's golf team took second place in the Westbrook Spring Invitational yesterday. Caitlin Milligan paced the Sooners with a cumulative score of 5 under, and freshman Michaela Fortuna provided the highlight of the weekend with an opening round hole-in-one. And meanwhile, in Denver, Nolan Arenado is about to get paid. The Colorado Rockies and their star third baseman are finalizing an 8-year contract worth $260 million. Arenado's mega deal would include a no-trade clause and a player opt-out in 2021. Speaking of Denver, the OKC Thunder will be there this evening to square off with the Nuggets. Both teams are looking to make a statement as Denver sits second in the Western Conference, while Oklahoma City is 3 games back in third. Tip-off is set for 9:30 p.m. And finally, if you're claustrophobic like me, this story might freak you out a little bit. Several members of the Portland Trailblazers ended up trapped in an elevator this morning, only slightly terrifying, but fortunately they made it out okay. And I don't know about you guys, but that would freak me out. They were in there for like 30 minutes. I could not do that.
And those are big guys.
Yeah, huge guys. Oh, I'm terrified of elevators too, so I can't imagine what they were going through.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I would not handle that very well. All right, thank you, Kelsey. And as cooler temperatures move in this evening, that winter travel advisory is in effect. Trey Bell will be back with more details right after this.
I'm Taylor Cox at the Update Desk. A concert is planned to raise money for Byron Berline. His Guthrie Music and Violin shop burned down over the weekend. Berline is one of the world's premier fiddle players. The damage estimate stands $3 million, and the Guthrie fire chief says that the cause of the fire cannot be determined. The concert will be held at the Tower Theater in Oklahoma City on March 31st. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Taylor.
All right, those colder temperatures coming down, Trey, that winter travel advisory.
Yeah, guys, we have a winter weather advisory in effect until 6 p.m. tomorrow evening for central and portions of northern Oklahoma, and that's due because we have a possibility of freezing rain, which can make bridges and overpasses and other elevated surfaces slick and possibly hazardous if you're traveling on them.
Still at 6 p.m. So that's until 6 p.m. tomorrow. So that's that drive home tonight and out tomorrow morning.
And heading out tomorrow morning. Definitely use caution on both.
Oh wow,
Alrighty.
definitely got to be careful on the roads.
For sure.
Thank you,
Absolutely.
Trey. And thank you for watching OU Nightly, brought to you by the Gaylord College at the University of Oklahoma.
We'll see you right back here tomorrow night, live at 4:30.
Have a great evening.
Good night.